Hey, Susan, Moran. Okay, I'm going to play you guys a 2-minute video, so hold on. Oh, by the way, it stars Susan.
What year was this?
2017.
Now, imagine starting a whole new career when you're in your 80s and feeling young, fit and healthy both in body and mind. Or taking on some physical challenge in your 90s, walking for miles with no aches or pains. In the second of his reports on super ages, our medical correspondent Fergus Walsh has been to San Francisco and New York.
Aging is an inevitable process which begins as we reach adulthood and continues through the decades as our muscles, bones and organs gradually wear out. This TAIJI group in San Francisco show that we can delay that decline. It helps with balance, core strength and provides a social network.
It makes me feel so young. I have so much fun. There's so much, I feel like I'm in the kindergarten of the universe.
My mother lived to 103. I want to be as healthy as I can, as long as I can.
That's an ambition we can all share.
Imagine a future where it didn't hurt to get old, where our joints didn't wear out. It would have a huge impact on our quality of life as we age.
Fergus Walsh, BBC News.
I was there, I just didn't get in the video and I was cut off.
Were you there, Rand?
I didn't
So
remember.
Rand says he was there too.
All right, cool.
Cool.
Actually, it is on the website. It's on the front page of the website because I just put it on there.
Cool.
Yeah, my hair was still sort of brown.
Well, we all looked a little younger, but we're moving into super aging, right? Okay. So, how is everybody?
Fine. How are you feeling?
Better than yesterday. Let's put it that way.
Good.
Better every day. All right.
And Ron, how are you?
Also better.
Better. Good.
I think it was those ice cream bars that got you better.
Yes, well, it did. It did. I needed the energy. Those bars were like two big bowls of ice cream, and it was. I needed it. Anyway, so where were we the last time we got together? I think we had just finished the hidden hand punch. Okay, yeah, I know where we were. All right. Let's go ahead and, yeah, so Susan's got her, let me get mine.
Yeah, we did dodge through back, cover hand punch. I think it was that cover hand punch. 28?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, you're right. It was cover hand punch number 28. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and do the form up to there, and then we'll go from there. Kevin, how are you doing on your recovery?
Which one is which recovery?
Well, you were talking about being yeah, which recovery? You were talking about being back on your feet, and then yesterday you said you couldn't get out to the barn.
No, I just I was doing well, and then I did a bunch of work in the yard, and then my knee swelled up again. So I'm not quite ready yet.
Yeah.
I'm on the air on the side of caution.
No, you should, absolutely. Okay. In fact, I was thinking, Kevin, about telling you, I'm going to finish is you had mentioned about coming back into the beginning Tai Chi class. Are you still thinking about that?
Yeah, that's the small piece I'm going to try to bite on.
Okay. I was thinking, or we're already halfway through the first month of the new term. I'm going to finish up the 24 with the folks that are in that class right now. And then we're going to start it again in October. And I was thinking that might be a reasonable schedule for you.
That'll make it one whole year off.
Well, that's what happens. That's what happens. Particularly when you have the kind of injury that you had. That's a major injury. And it usually takes, frankly, it usually takes about 2 years to recover from an injury like that. So, it's,
Just 5 more years. Just 5.
and just 5 more years. You can come back after a year, you're doing good. All right, let's do it from the beginning. let's do it once more. Susan, why don't you lead us?
Okay, there we go. I got it.
Okay, before I forget, maybe I said this yesterday. No, I don't remember. I've been saying this in some of the classes. I want to get the classes back on a more regular kind of routine. So the way I've thought to do this is to start every class on the hour, right? So this class should start exactly at 11 o'clock, right? The other class at 10 o'clock, the other class at 9 o'clock. And then we're going to go 50 minutes and quit at 10 till, right? The only problem is I need to get everybody on the same schedule so we can actually do this. And right now, man, it is summertime of summertime plus. Everybody is out everywhere. This class is all here, but all the other classes are just all over the place. So it's going to take a few weeks to get all this together. But why don't we start our class next week at 11 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday, and then we'll just go from there. Okay, good, I remembered. All right, the next move, there's a transition, and then 6 sealing and 4 closing, and then Yunsho, wave hands like clouds, right? So let's go over that material, right? As usual, the transition can be done in a number of ways, but the way I do it is like this. Circle, circle, and walk through, and then into 6 sealing and 4 closing. So let me do that facing toward you too. Circle, circle. So the first circle is done stable on the ground. The second is done walking at 45 degrees and then pushing. The first one, stable on the ground. The second one, walking and boom, pushing. And then you go into, well, that actually is part of 6 sealing and 4 closing. Yes? Let me see you do it, Susan. Okay, kind of. It's kind of there, right? Let me just flip this around 180 degrees and try it from there. So remember how 6 sealing and 4 closing starts. Let me do it just the regular way that we do it in the first section of the form. Big circle, pull back, wind up, and push. That's how it starts. So essentially what you're doing is kind of 2 versions of that. So you've made a punch, and then you do that big circle, pull back, wind up, and push, and then you do it again. Big circle, wind up, boom, punch. It's one of them is done with the feet just planted firmly on the ground. The second one is done where you add your walking to the push, and that of course makes the push stronger. So watch one more time. All right, it's the same thing twice.
Malcolm,
Yeah.
But do you also do the like the hand push?
Do you do what? Oh, do
Like
you
I
do
thought it was
the
a
hand
circle
business?
and another circle, but I see something in the
It's
middle.
it's a little vaguer when you do it this way. Um, just pick something that you're going to do. All right. So I'm going to punch. All right. Push the second one. Push. So they're there, but they're it's not quite as together. Oh, all right. So there's a lot of different ways to do this. The way a lot of people do it is like this: punch, circle, circle, right? So maybe we'll just stick with that. So 2 circles total. The first circle stable, the second circle walking. Punch, circle, circle. Okay? Circle, circle. Okay, and then you have to turn 120 degrees. You have to turn 120 degrees, so now you're facing this direction. Watch. Circle, circle, turn. All right. So I use my not everybody does this either, but I use my left hand as a lead hand to help pull me around. Not only here, but in a lot of places in the form. All right. The hand's separate, and this one leads. And by leading like that, it pulls a lot of momentum in that direction and helps you turn. So Susan, not both hands. That's what most people do. Most people do both hands. Try it. You can try it either way. I don't like both hands because it kind of gets you off your center. So instead, I go 1 and then 2. When I do 1, it helps establish my center. And then I just come up with my right side up into the center. Yes. For me, personally, I like that a lot better. When I do both, it sort of swings the other side too fast, right? I like leaving a little time, a little space, and then come up.
It's almost like when you do both, you have to back up.
Yeah, you kind of do, Kevin. That's exactly right. It gets too much momentum going in one direction, so you lose your balance. Okay, let's do that whole little section, because that is the 6 sealing and 4 closing. All right, Susan, let me see you do it. Good, and ran. Good. Okay. And from there on. relax, hit, trap. Now watch this hand. It's pressing down, on. Press down. So this hand, the left hand is pung. It's expanding. The right hand is on. It's pressing down. So they're two very different energies. They're to a certain degree, they're contradictory energies, you might say. All right? And you can feel that in your body because your right side is pressing down, but your left side is expanding, and in this case, expanding upward. You should feel that inside. One way to think about it, I don't have one of my bungee cords out here, but it's like stretching a bungee cord inside the body, and you should really feel that when you do that. Stretch. It's not just this stretching, it's also this stretching. So this side is stretching up from the ground. This side is stretching down from the top of the head. And when you do it, the top of your head should go up, just like the bottom of your butt should go down. Circle. More flat. The first one's pretty circular. The second one's a little more flat. And then it comes in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, when you do single whip, so we're getting ready for single whip, people put their arms at different levels. Chen Fa Ke did his like this. So it was high. He was really holding this guy up here like this. All right? Mine's a little more moderate. Sometimes it's even just straight out. All right? But you look at the old guys back in the last century and the century before, and they were up high. All right? Now, this next little part, there's some tricks to it. Stretch, open. Now, this hand dives under your Dan Chen. And your fingers are a little bit like knife fingers. When this hand comes in, this hand comes in too. So they both stretched out, and now they come in. They stretch out again, not quite as far. And then they come into the center on the right side. And then shoulder, elbow, wrist, and hand. Watch this hand. I'm just going to do this hand. All right? Under. Now, you've touched your Dan Chen, or the lower part of your abdomen here. And now, in a way, your hand doesn't move anymore. It's your trunk that moves. So this part, all right, is one thing. Here, somebody's got hold of you. All right? So you can't get out of that just with your arm. All right? You got to use your body. All right? There are, I should find one and bookmark it. There are some great old videos of Master Feng doing this move. And he uses his belly in such a strong way. I can't even quite do it. All right. It's impressive. He doesn't even have a little white thing on his danjian. It's impressive to see him do that. It's an escape from a china, and then as you escape, you put another china on the other guy.
So Malcolm, are you going you're going under your danshin twice, really, in that to get up to the second one? Yes.
Under.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that circle is pretty fierce. Now, I don't think we should do it that fierce. You end up ripping something. You don't want to do that. But it should still be strong. And it's the belly, it's the abdomen that's doing it, not your arm. It's not this. It's this. All right, let's do this whole little section from the punch. Susan, let me see you do that. Good. Okay, don't be afraid to be big when you do this circle. Watch. It's big. So it's going around your whole abdomen. Okay, Ran. Good. Okay, guys, time's up. let's meet at 11 o'clock next Saturday, and then we'll go to 11:50. All right, that'll actually give us a little more time, and hopefully I'll be 100% by then. I'm about 60% right now.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, you have yourselves a great day. We'll see you next time. Ciao.
So I'll.